one of the telltale signs that you've actually heard the alien signal is that your nose starts to bleed, and this happens to my character in the show. Yeah. The director walks out from the monitor having watched the scene. His nose is bleeding. That's really good.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little bite in the commercial break. It's delicious.
I mean, I was worried about your hands and all, you know, after the fish.
But it's a different fish. You took it out of different, you faked it. So don't eat the other one that's cooking.
That's why I hugged you.
Yeah, right. Instead of shaking my hands. So, okay, Threshold, I've heard, I haven't seen it yet, and I can't wait to see it because I heard it's really scary. It's about aliens, kind of?
It's about aliens, and it's really scary.
And now, do you believe in aliens?
I have never had a personal alien experience, although I have to tell you, on this show, some really weird things are happening.
Really?
I mean, really weird. Like, on our show, the thing is, the alien signal is affecting people, it's affecting technology. It's sort of, you don't see any aliens on the show, it's about us being changed into them. And a couple things have happened. One is my makeup artist had stuff on her digital camera. You know how we all have digital cameras. Like, she had stuff from her movie before she had a summer vacation, and she had all the Threshold pictures. All of the pictures are still there, except for the Threshold ones are gone.
That's weird.
That's weird. And then, we're shooting the other day, and the director, well, one of the telltale signs that you've actually heard the alien signal is that your nose starts to bleed, and this happens to my character in the show, yeah. The director walks out from the monitor having watched the scene. His nose is bleeding. So I don't know. I mean, who's to say there's not aliens? You know, that's all I'm saying.
That sounds more ghost-like than aliens. That sounds like...
I don't know. I mean, but the alien signal, you know, I mean, it's around and about. I don't know. So I find it hard to believe that we're, like, you know, of all intelligent life in this universe, there's got to be other besides us,
And I'm not even sure how intelligent we are. But
well, there you have it.
Yeah, I agree with you. All right, so now you have to have an open mind also. I believe that we're not the only ones also.
Right.
But having read this about you, I'm sure you have an open mind to a lot of things. You lived in a teepee when you were 5 years old for a year?
I did. I know, and I think it definitely did help me open my mind to other realities.
Why did you live in a teepee for a year when you were 5?
I had a really serious kidney operation. And my mom, who had been raised, you know, very sort of proper, completely not a teepee kind of person, decided it was the 70s, and she was like, I am taking you to recover in a teepee. And she erected a real Indian teepee. We had 2 twin beds.
In your backyard? Or?
No, in Northern California. We lived in a place called Paradise, California, the name, you know. And along it was very pretty. Along this river, we lived with these gold miners in a bus. They lived in a bus near us, and I went searching for rock quartz every day. And we had like a little fire pit in the middle and 2 little beds on either side.
Just you and your mom?
Amazing. Yeah, yeah.
In a teepee?
Yeah. I know. I mean,
you didn't have electricity or anything? Or?
No electricity.
Plumbing?
You know, no. No, you had to figure all that stuff out, you know.
Did you pee in the teepee?
There was a forest nearby.
All right, so what do you do to pass time? And when you're 5 years old, there's no toys, what do you do?
No, which is really good, because now with computers, you know, kids are like, I mean, we didn't have any of that. We ended up coming up with, my mom taught me our own language, our own mode of communication. Basically, her parents on Christmas Eve, they had this language called alfalfa, which is sort of like a Pig Latin kind of language, but it involves LFs instead, I'll tell you. But anyway, basically, her parents used to use this language when they were talking about Christmas presents, so she wouldn't know. But of course, as a kid, she gleaned what the language was, and then she taught this to me. So alfalfa, basically, like, your name would be Elfelin, Dilfa, Jelfin, or Ulfarolfus.
Were you in that bar with Johnny Knoxville?
And it was really good. And I'd like you to call me Puddin', too.
I will.
Thank you.
I will, Puddin'.
I feel much better about
All right, so does that really make sense, or you just can add anything to anything?
No, you take, after every vowel, you put an LF, and then you add the vowel again and finish the word. So, like, cat would be like calfat. So
how do you say teepee?
Tealfie, pilfie. Yes. There are certain words you have to be aware of.
And is it just you and your mom who speak this language?
You know, I have passed it down to some other people who will accept it, you know. I mean, it's not for everybody. You know, you have to be really smart to get this one.
Yeah.
Both off like Calvin. You know.
Say Tony's last name is Okunboa. What's Tony Okunboa?
Tolfo, Nilfi, Olfolk, and Bolfo, Wolfa.
That's not my name.
I believe the aliens have got you.
I think I might be in trouble. It's 16-hour days, you know, I don't
think
get
they're
out much.
say threshold and alfalfa.
Threllfish whole fold. That one's pretty easy, right?
No, none of it makes sense though. You can say that I'm stupid because I'm not catching on, but I think you're just making the stuff up. All right, threshold. I'm looking forward to seeing it because everybody is talking about it, saying it's
Thank you so
really
much.
scary, really good. Threshold airs Fridays at 9 on CBS.